Castaway is a 2000 American survival film directed and produced by Robert Zemeckis and stars Tom Hanks and Helen Hunt. Tom Hanks plays Chuck Noland, a hard-working FedEx executive who is all about time, who soon then discovers that he has all the time in the world when his plane crashes into the Pacific Ocean and wakes up to find himself on a deserted island, where he must then survive by making his own shelter, tools, food, and even companions, while also accepting the fact that help may never arrive, and if it ever does, it may be too late for him. And guys, if you're new to the channel, if you're watching this video for the first time, then please guys hit the subscribe button. Please hit that like button and also the bell button as well, which is very helpful, and it lets you know when I've posted a new video. The movie begins with Chuck and his FedEx team hard at work, and you soon realize how important the job and time is to Chuck. Shortly after getting onto a plane heading to Malaysia, we get to see one of the best cinematic plane crashes ever put to film, followed by Chuck washing up on the island on a life raft. Castaway is such an excellent, well put together emotional movie. Tom Hanks is simply perfect as Chuck Noland, and for me, this is easily one of his best films. Along with Robert Zemeckis' brilliant direction, it instantly became one of my all-time favorite films. And you just have to admire Tom Hanks for the work he put into the film. When he first arrives on the island, Hanks is a little overweight, cleanly shaven, and has short hair. Fast forward years later and he looks gaunt, with shrunken muscles, exposed ribs, and is hardly recognizable through all of the beard and overgrown hair. In order to achieve this, production was shut down on the film for a whole year, just so Hanks could lose the tremendous amount of weight needed for him to fit the description of the character in the script. And all of that hard work definitely paid off and helped towards making the film so great. The movie is very slow paced as we follow Chuck's attempts at trying to stay alive. Most people who have watched it found it to be boring, and that's a huge shame, as there is so much more to the movie than a man just stuck on an island. The movie doesn't just rush through Chuck's story and actions just to get to the point. The story takes its time to show Chuck learning how to survive, and it takes you along with him on his journey, even though all we're really looking at is one man on an island drinking coconut juice, making campfires, and becoming friends with a volleyball named Wilson. And speaking of good old Wilson, the film also takes you on a psychological journey, as Chuck has no one to communicate with on the island apart from a volleyball that gets washed up onto the island, who quickly becomes his only friend.
They think that we are right here, but we went out of radio contact 502,004. That's a search area of 500,000 square miles. It's twice the size of Texas. They may never find us.
And as Chuck tries to survive, he often has conversations with Wilson, and at one point even has an argument with him, which was the only bit of humor to be found in the whole movie.
We might just make it. Did that thought ever cross your brain? Well, regardless, I would rather take my chance out there on the ocean than to stay here and die on this shithole island, spending the rest of my life talking to a goddamn volleyball!
But for me, it was Wilson that kept him sane throughout the film, along with the picture of his wife, played by Helen Hunt, which he had on him, which he looks at every night before going to sleep. Castaway is also a very, very sad film in places, and I'm not going to lie, I even cried during one particular scene, which I can't mention as it's a spoiler, but trust me, when you see it, you will know. And that's why I love Castaway. This film really brings out your emotions, and it makes you think about life itself, and for me, that's a sign of a great film. The film is also just brilliantly executed. The island is absolutely breathtaking, and the very few special effects that are used are so well done that you won't even realize that they're there. The acting is again excellent, although there are only two main actors in the film, Tom Hanks and Helen Hunt. The rest of the cast was great as well, but their roles were very small. Tom Hanks, who for me just doesn't make a bad movie, pulls off another great performance as usual. You can really feel all of his emotions while he's stuck on the island, and again, not many actors have changed their physical appearance like Tom Hanks did for this film, and I truly appreciated him for his work. Castaway was nominated for 2 Academy Awards after its release. One was for Tom Hanks and the other was for the sound design and the sound work, which next to Tom Hanks' performance are the most important parts of the movie. And as much as I love Russell Crowe in The Gladiator, I honestly believe that Tom Hanks deserved it that year, which very impressively would have been his 3rd Oscar win. The film is around 2.5 hours long, and it's not until 70% of the way through that we even hear any music at all. The soundtrack is mainly made up of things like the crashing of waves on rocks, the howling of the wind, and the grinding of wood against wood as Chuck tries to make campfires. The list just goes on. Without the incredible sound design though, I don't think the island scenes of Castaway would have been half as effective. And it's because of these 2 important elements that the movie stays interesting. And it's not like he gets to wrestle with savage beasts or run from cannibals or anything like that. It's just your average everyday man just trying to survive and worrying about whether or not he's going to live long enough to see home again. And a quick warning for anyone that hasn't seen Castaway: try not to watch any of its trailers as they famously spoil the ending. It was a very strange trailer, and to be honest, even today I still don't know why they went with that, but some trailers still do that today where they spoil the movie. I luckily watched this with my sister first time round before seeing any of the trailers or ads. So you have been warned. Castaway for me is easily one of Tom Hanks' best films and one of my favourite films of all time. It's a slow burner, so many may not like that, but you would be missing out on a fantastic film and one that really makes you realise how strong the human spirit is, and it also makes you think what you would do if you found yourself in the same situation. So guys, if you have yet to see Castaway, find a copy or stream it and watch it. You will not be disappointed. And if you have, please then tell me down below in the comments what you think of the film. And guys, again, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. If you enjoyed the review, a nice thumbs up at the end will be great. And also hit that bell button, it will notify you when I post a new video. So guys, again, thank you for watching my review, and I will see you guys on the next one. Take care and bye-bye.